Hey guys, welcome back. Today we have a box, my swatch book, and some scissors. And you know what that means? That means that we are unboxing some little goodies here today. So let's get this box open. And here we go. All kinds of goodies in here. So this is a box from the Washi Tape Shop. I am going to put that aside, and this as well. And of course, with the Washi Tape Shop, we get these adorable little stickers. So let's add them to our sticker paper book. I have this sticker paper book that I just kind of add all of these to whenever I receive them. And this is clearly the second one that we've gotten with this particular set of stickers. We will put some over here. I don't really pay too close attention to how things are laid out in this sticker book. This is just to hold the stickers until I need them because I never know exactly when I want to use them. So there we go. That is everything off the sticker sheet. And I will put this away. We do not need that for the next step. We have got some washi tapes that we are going to be swatching here. Now, most of these are not washies. Most of these are stickers. Most of them are not tape, I guess I should say. Some of them are. It's been a while since I ordered, so we're going to kind of find out together what all we've got in here. I did recently do some swatching for the Washi Tape Shop. However, then I swatched behind it. So we are going to get a whole new page here, which means we're going to go back to that little book. And we are going to grab the sticker here that says the Washi Tape Shop, so that we can go ahead and add that here rather than having to write it. So we have our sticker, and if you've been with me before, I usually try and get this sticker off here in one piece. And unfortunately, a lot of times the sticker part doesn't want to come off as well. But that's okay because we will use our sticky roll and get that on if it doesn't stick as well. We're going to attempt to stick it on. This is our first washi. I did get some Halloween themed washi tapes. And now with these tapes and stickers, this one's a PET tape. And so maybe you can see, might be a little bit hard, but these are kiss cut. So this is a tape, but it is a tape of stickers. And so where is the end of it? I think it's right here. These PET tapes have a clear sticker on them to hold them shut. And sometimes it's hard to figure out where that sticker is. It's clearly not there. I've got a piece of it, but it's going to, there we go. Okay. it gets a little bit challenging sometimes. And now that I've got it away from the rest of the roll, I can kind of see where that sticker comes to on here. Maybe I can get that off. We'll see. So let's look at this. Again, I'm going to show you the full, as I always do, I'll show you the full roll. We'll have it go by for a full repeat. I am not going to obviously swatch this whole thing because there are a lot of stickers here and I do not want to use them all up. So we're going to look for these two little pumpkin guys again. Got some pumpkins, some black cats, spider webs, a little boo, cute little scarecrow, pumpkin, some spooky trees, and a couple little haunted houses. Says trick or treat. We've got a little bit scarier little pumpkin here, some brooms, stars, the moon, some more little haunted houses. This is very long before we get to the repeat here. We've got some candles and some more Halloween-y. Here we go. Here's that repeat again. So some more Halloween-y phrases, a little haunted house, a little black pumpkins. We've got all kinds of things till we get to this repeat again. So let's pick a couple things that we probably won't use as much. So I'm actually going to pick this script because I don't do a lot of haunted houses. So it is 2 words. So if you were house hunting or something like that, you could maybe not use all of it together. And I did accidentally miss the beginning of that script here. So the beginning piece of the H, that first H. So let's get that, stick that in here as well. All right. So we've got that. I'm not likely going to use the candy, piece of candy here. That's a less likely. I don't have trick-or-treaters at home, and so I don't really have a need for Halloween candy stickers. So we can get that in there. I'm just trying to get a couple stickers as an example of what is included in this particular kit. I love this little fence here. I'll probably try and find a use for that. These are just all so adorable. It's hard to pick a couple more that I don't think I will use. And I try to keep them small. So let's do this little bow as well. I try to keep the stickers that I'm using small because I don't want to take up a huge amount of space on the swatch book. And about this this little trick-or-treat basket here. Sometimes these stickers are a little, even though they're kiss cut, sometimes they get a little bit challenging to get off the paper, but they do always eventually come off. So I am just loving that set. That is absolutely adorable. We are back here to the beginning, and I am just going to keep that tape on there and roll it right back up. So that just gives me a little idea of what's on this. We do have a couple little examples here as well. very cute Halloween tape. So this is my only other Halloween tape, so I'm going to swatch these next to each other. It is actually a set of 3. So, and with these, I don't, as with the Coffee Monster Co. tapes, I tend to want to write the name of the tape. On these, I don't really worry about it because I do have these little stickers here, and I can always go and look them up again. Whereas with Coffee Monster Co., sometimes it's a little bit hard to find the tapes again. So this is 3 separate tapes. So here we've got some apothecary items and cats. These are all kind of apothecary cat items. And again, these are all kiss cut. So on these, when it's a washi tape, it's a little bit easier to see where that sticker is because it's the one part that's shiny. So let's see if I can't get the sticker off. Thanks. Now, it took the beginning of, or that portion of a potion bottle off as well. So let's see if we can't get that sticker off of here, because we can certainly use that. If we don't put it, well, I can tell you I'm going to put it in the swatch book over here on this side of the page. There we go. Because why not use that sticker there as an indication of what's in the set when we have it already and it's already cut. So I know I'm not going to necessarily use it in something. So let's see what we've got here. We have all these cute little kitties in the orange puffer coat and potion bottles. Here's our cat from the cover. And here we go again. So this is our full repeat. I think you're going to be able to see the whole thing here because this is that same cat with the lantern that we have at the beginning here. So we have got the full repeat right there for this particular tape. Now let's see this tape. It looks like it is cut for the most part at a full sticker, so I don't have to worry about that. Let's see if that's about the same length for the repeat, and it is. So again, here's our cat with the little purple hat, purple witch's hat, our cat again with the purple witch's hat. And that leads me to believe that this will also be about the same for the repeat. So maybe we'll have these all so that you can see all of the cute little designs here. So we've got the cat with the bats flying and cat with the bats flying again here. So again, that is the repeat. So these are absolutely adorable. I love these the little cats with the witch hats and the mushroom cat. These are perfect for Halloween, but also, the potion bottles can kind of be used throughout the year. They don't have to be Halloween-y. So let's get a few different examples. We are going to take this partial sticker here and use that as well. So there we go. And I'm going to use this kind of Christmassy looking cat. I say Christmassy because it's got a red bow and some, you know, what looks like Christmas tinsel throughout. So we'll put that one there. And I think that is all we're going to show for that tape. I'll save the rest of these and use them in different spreads. The nice thing about having these particular tapes is that they are a little bit easier to use than sometimes than the sticker sheets. And you get multiples of the same one. Now, some people will actually cut these into individual stickers. I have done that with a few, but I find that I don't reach for them as often when I do that. So I try to keep them in the rolls as much as possible. And we will roll this up. I can't get over that little cat with the orange puffer coat and the, looks like Crocs. Wearing Crocs and an orange puffer coat. It is a fun little cat. There. That all rolled up. So those are our cats. That is the extent of the really Halloween, any Halloween washi that I got. As much as I like to use all of my more Halloween elements during the whole month of October, I try to not purchase a lot of exclusive to one holiday or another type of items. So this one we will put over here, and this is another PET tape. And I got this to use with the Blackout journals. So this is black flowers with a little bit of gold and some white. And my idea was that these would look really, really great. So this is actually a tape. But my thought was that this would look really great in the Blackout journal. So let's kind of turn this on its side so that nothing's in the way here, and you can kind of get the full effect. We'll look again for this single stem here, and it's not very far, so we've got this again here, but that's not the one. So let's see. So we've got this going all the way across. We're still not to that same repeat. I'm watching for it. And there it is. So that is the repeat. So we've got quite an extensive, we'll go slowly backwards for you. Quite the extensive tape here. Now with this, you would have to cut out any elements that you want to use individually from the tape. So let's go a little bit. That's really pretty. That would go nice. See on the side here of a page and just kind of encapsulating that page. Ideally, though, this is going to go on a Blackout journal. So let me grab my Blackout journal. And we will open to the middle of the page here. And I'll show you how nice that's going to look on that Blackout journal. It'll give just a nice touch of color without being kind of in your face. And will have a little bit of sheen to it around the edges, but that should be really, really pretty in that Blackout journal. Those grays will show up a lot better. The whites will show up a lot better. So something a little bit different. I can use this in a regular journal, but I can also use this in the Blackout journal as well. So there's the end of it. So I'm going to take this little bit here And that's what we're going to add to our swatch book. So let's cut that off. I'm going to cut it right around here. Now, PET tapes have a backing to them, so sometimes that's a little bit hard to get off. But I tend to find that if you roll the tape forward, sometimes it comes off a little bit easier. Forward and then backward until you kind of starting to feel it come apart. There we go. So roll the corner forwards and backwards. That helps you get that tape off. And then I will just place it right in here. Just a small piece of it. All right, we're down to our last three. So we will put those on this page here. This first one I saw, and I love the little clocks and the birds. I'm not a big bird girl, but with the clocks and the gears and that kind of steampunk feel to it, I ended up really, really liking this particular roll. So here we go. And this is another one that is going to be a full roll. So it is not a, it is not kiss cut. You will have to cut around elements if you want specific elements. I am going to, let's see, I can do this one more time here. So we have the little, you know, kind of almost like a dream catcher effect, and the bird and the and butterflies and that kind of steampunk feel to it. And I just absolutely thought this was beautiful. We will get all the way back to our first repeat here. We're not to it yet. Okay, there we go. I'm pretty sure that is the beginning. Let me kind of get back to the, this is quite unwieldy at this point, but yes, this is the beginning here. So let's roll that back up and you can kind of see everything going back again. A lot of these could be used vertically, you know, with the key and with the different numbers. The numbers on the clock are, you know, 12 o'clock is here. And so you could definitely use this vertically as well. So it gives you a lot of different options to work with. This one, the 12 is here. So, you know, you figure out how you want to use these. They don't necessarily, the clock doesn't have to be upright. But I just thought this was so lovely, and I enjoyed it a lot when I saw it. I think I've seen it in use, but I can't remember where. And so then I, you know, when I went to get the other tapes, I saw this one and I thought, okay, I have to add that one to the list. And I am just, for this one, going to cut around just this first bird here and leave this set of flowers. So again, this one is not kiss cut. So you do have to cut around whatever elements that you want. And if you want to use it as a washi tape, a full tape, you can do that, but you know, you're still going to have to make those cuts, and the end might not be even, depending on what you're cutting through. And again, with this, usually just taking the corner and rolling it forwards and backwards a few times will enable you to get that edge off. maybe, maybe not. See it coming off here, just barely. So because this is washi paper, it is going to have that white background. So this is not as useful on that blackout journal. So if I were to take this blackout journal and look here in the middle, and I were to go to put something with washi paper on it, you're going to have that white background. And so that is one of the reasons I do like to have some PET tapes on hand. If I'm doing something in a journal or on a project that's doesn't have a white background, it won't fade away as much. But when you do put it on white, that background does kind of fade away. And then we have this one. This is also similarly floral. Not necessarily birdy, but it does have the floral element to it. So let's get this in here. And get this. Yikes. This is a PET tape again, and this one is Kiss Cut. So again, I do not have to worry about with this one. I can use this in a blackout journal also. And it will work just fine. So this one has a lot of florals in it. I'm going to show it here on just the table. One of the things that I like is it does have these floral frames. So you can frame things, and the frame and the flower inside it are separate cuts. So you can just have that frame. So we will go all the way to the next big iris here. We do have some butterflies and bees in this. Ladybugs, bees, butterflies, lots of these little frames. And then there's that iris again. So we're back to the repeat. So let's see, what can we add into our book? I'm going to add some from the beginning, I think, or some like these. I tend to like smaller flowers in my journal. So let me take this one. There we go. With this bigger flower. And we'll get that in here. Thanks. There we go. And I do want something that shows that it has butterflies. So let's pick this butterfly. Well, let's pick this butterfly right here. Get that in there. And we are fortunate with this that, and let's do some of these. There we go. Oh, see, you have to be careful with these. See, I ripped right through the center of that flower there, but that's okay. I'll make it work on the page. Okay, there we go. And you'll never know. But do be careful when you are pulling off these. They are very thin. One of the other nice things about the PET tape is it does not bulk up your journal the way washi does. So we just have a couple of those in there. And then our very last one, this is a coffee themed. And, you know, anything that has to do with coffee always gets used around here. I love little coffee stickers. And this one is, it does not look like it is kiss cut. So this is a tape. Again, you will have to cut out elements that you want to use. Oh, and you know what? I'm gonna try and pull this the other way because I don't want to pull off this sticker. There we go. All right, so we have a whole bunch of little coffee themed things. And again, I'm going to move this out of the way so that we can see them all very clearly. Little coffee sayings, coffee shops. I won't use these as often, so those will probably be what I end up using as examples in here, because all these other little coffees, you know, the little spiderweb coffee, all these other coffee elements I will definitely be using. And so I will probably be less likely to use these full coffee shops. And we will go all the way to that coffee is my love language. It says that quite a bit in different ways. And we'll kind of come back like this. Let's take, well, actually, since this is a tape, I am just going to use the beginning of the tape for my book. And so I may or may not get a coffee shop in it. I'm going to have to use some of it. This would be great as a kiss cut, but it's not. So that's unfortunate, but I will end up just cutting all the little elements out that I want to use and using it like they are stickers. So let's see if we just do two here. Just like that. Again, this is washi tape, so it's going to, it'll blend into this white background, but if you're using it on a darker background, you will see the background. But there we go. Very nice. All right, so that is all that we have from the Washi Tape Shop. We have some coffee, the black floral, just the regular floral. I don't do a lot of flowers, but when I do, I like to have an assortment. I like to have some that are brighter colors like this and some that are more muted to suit my mood. And then we have the 3 little kitty cat tapes. I think I might need to move this over just a little so that you can see them. 3 little kitty cat tapes and this Halloween haunted house washi or PET tape. So that is what we unpacked from the Washi Tape Shop. Hope you guys enjoyed swatching these with me, and you'll probably see a lot of these go throughout my journaling as I journal from day to day. These are the kind of things that I like to pull out for little bits of decor. So sometimes I'm pulling stickers, like in a recent video, I did a very strange diagonal. I will link this video up in the cards, but when I do something like this and I like to have little stickers to stick about, sometimes I want to use my really cute stickers, and then sometimes I just want some other overall decor. So it really just does depend on my mood and what kind of image I'm trying to create. So thanks for stopping by and watching my haul, and I will see you guys next time.